Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 11.1.1, writing and resolving mixture chords. So here in unit 11, this is the last unit of the main sequence where we're going to be looking at chromatic harmony. There are some chords that appear commonly that we haven't really talked about yet, so now is the time to talk about them. So let's go ahead and get into it. This first section is on modal mixture, which sounds little bit different. But modal mixture just occurs when chords diatonic to minor appear in major, or vice versa. So these are the chords that usually appear in major. We know that. These are chords that usually appear in minor. We know that. But what happens if you have a minor 4 chord in major? Well, that would be modal mixture. What happens if you have a flat 6 major triad in major? We would call that modal mixture. What happens if you have a major 1 chord in minor? That would be modal mixture. So we have these chords that we're familiar with in major. We have these chords we're familiar with in minor. We've kind of kept them separate for the most part. There have been some quasi crossovers like your 5 and your 7 diminished that have your natural 7 in them, but that's part of some of the minor scales that we use, so we allow that. But we've had them pretty separate, and now we're like, whoop, you can use all of them anytime you want. With some caveats, you can't. Composers often don't completely mix and match. Usually, you can tell. Mostly we're in major, and then we just have a couple mixture chords, or mostly we're in minor. We have just maybe we end on a major 1 chord or something. That is a special name. It's called a Picardy third when you have a minor piece that ends on a major chord. Very common in the Baroque era. So kind of a nice and happy sound when you have like you're going then maybe you resolve to flat 6. It's like the sun just peeks out from behind the clouds. That's called a Picardy third. Anyway, what I was saying is usually there's one prevailing key, and then you just throw in a couple chords from the parallel mode. Super easy to write and resolve these because you already know how to do it. The only thing that might trip you up is accidentals. So if I'm in C major like this and I want to write a flat 6 chord, well, I know that has flat 6, 1, and flat 3. So I write my flat 6, which is A. These are too small to write on. I write my flat 6, which is A flat, C, and then my flat 3, which is E flat. So as long as you get your accidentals, we'll be fine. Resolving standard part writing principles. In major, your flatted scale degrees have a slight tendency to resolve down. And the other thing you're going to just want to watch out for is having augmented and diminished intervals. Like if I go from an E flat up to an F sharp in the next chord, that's a problem. If I go from this A flat up to a B natural in the next chord, that's a problem. Standard voice leading stuff we've been doing forever. So that's what's going on here. Explore on your own, and I'll see you next time.